Hello, everybody. This is Debo. Debo's Movie Reviews here, and I'm also about to review Young Guns 2, starring Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid, along with Kiefer Sutherland as Josiah Doc Scurlock, Lou Diamond Phillips as Chavez E. Chavez, William Peterson as Pat Garrett, Christian Slater as Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh, Bob Zargetti as Tom O'Follard, Alan Ruck as Buckshot George, aka William Henry French, featuring James Coburn as John Simpson Chisholm, Scott Wilson as Governor Dewey Wallace, Leon Rippey as Bob Ollinger, Jeannie Wright as Jane Greyhouse, featuring Robert Knepper and Viggo Mortensen in this movie, where Knepper was a lawman, was deputy at White Oaks, and Viggo Mortensen as John W. Poe, who was also kind of like a private gun for the Cattlemen's Association, who of course was in the posse with Garrett following Garrett's betrayal. And I gotta say, when it comes to Pat Garrett, I gotta say, yeah, much as I want to give Pat Wayne his effort in Young Guns 1, William Peterson pretty much knocked out of the park with this role, along with the kid Emilio Estevez returning as the kid, because he was definitely the perfect candidate ever to be the Billy the Kid in his day. Hell, even Christian Slater not kind of knocked it out of the park. Also knocked it out of the park as Arkansas Dave. The only desperado to run across Pat Garrett and Wyatt Earp in his days. I met in Young Guns 1, there was a backstory story once where Doc mentioned to Yin Sun, who for some reason was not mentioned in this movie or didn't come back, or Alice Carter didn't, and Alice Carter just did not come back to reprise a role, which I say was kind of a bit of a flaw in this, but hey, excellent character take on this Doc Scurlock, where his character this time tried to went back east and became a teacher in New York, only to get extradited by Pinkertons. And talk about excellent acting chemistry between Peterson and Estevez from when they were started out again, where they were friends, just going after outlaws who was after them, trying to collect their bounties. And we're talking about some epic shootouts. And we'll talk about this excellent combat and characters in this movie. I mean, Governor Lew Wallace, played by Scott Wilson of Walking Dead fame. I mean, Lew Wallace always, I mean, excellent portrayal of the offer of Ben Hur and a former Yankee general, along with, I already mentioned Peterson as Garrett, and as I also mentioned, James Coburn as Chisholm. Kind of the second time he did a movie about Billy the Kid, to where the first time he did that, he played Billy. He played Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid from a movie from the '70s. This time he played John Simpson Chisholm, who of course was the titular character in the John Wayne movie Chisholm, which was also about the Billy the Kid Lincoln County ordeal, which in Young Guns 1, Patrick Wayne, who played Pat Garrett in the first one, was John Wayne's son. Talk about a whole vast case of, you almost say, bunch 6 degrees of separation kind of deal. Billy the Kid, to where, and hell, I gotta say, for a movie that when they take a R-rated movie and make a PG-13 sequel, practically the very, very, very rare occasion where the PG-13 sequel is actually better. I mean, I gotta say this movie is a lot more quotable than the first one. To where this one had quotes of like I never stole a horse from somebody I didn't like, to hello Bob, best $1.80 I've ever spent. Where the first one had like reap it Murphy, reap it. This one, the second one had quotes like White Oaks, you could kiss my ass. And then Billy says to the judge, you could go to hell, 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 and I'm about to finish the game. Which kind of surprising with the first one, where the character John Chisholm was non-existent in the first movie, but yet a pivotal role in the second movie. And I've seen both of them to know that. Look at how that kind of played out, because where they just talked about an ally and such, but like I said, non-existent. But Coburn just knocked it out of the park like he always did. And whew, I gotta give it to Alan Ruck as Henry Room French. Practically second best thing did as an actor, because he's best known for being Cameron in Ferris Bueller. But I gotta give it to him there, and I gotta say with a excellent character take on Paul Fowler by Balthazar Getty, which I gotta say is about best thing he's, my opinion, the best thing he's done. Just that funny scene again where he's interviewing Billy Kid trying to get into the gang, and he's all tries to refer to him as tries to say Prince of Pistoliers, but he goes and says Prince of Piss. Just gives Billy that epic chuckle that he's known for. You talk about most epic laugh of a movie character that's not the Joker. Hell, regular best one ever. Cause hell, for when he downgraded PG-13, kind of just saved the movie. Because hell, this one actually had a lot more action than the first one. I mean, a lot of epic shootouts from like the one of the Fort Sumner hideout where where he's got where he fights his Mexican who turns against him, and then the first ambush in the movie, and then the whole story of the whole throughout the movie of where he shows a supposedly old man Billy telling this lawyer his story and trying to get a pardon right before he dies. And I gotta say, it makes a really plausible take on that conspiracy theory. I mean, hell, definitely plausible. Kind of like, I'm surprised they didn't do like a. Also, like, makes you wonder. Makes you kind of wish they did like a third one, which was to where I saw in this history documentary about Bill the Kid, where he mentioned Bursty Bill, who fought in the Mexican Revolution. Yeah, let's see how that would have play out kind of deal. But hey, take what, believe it or not, on that one. But there's an excellent plausible take on it, and I gotta give it to once again, I have to give it to William Petersen as Pat Garrett, and how he just he just gets motivated just by the money and all, because he starts off by where he's got the mutton chops and all from his time as an outlaw from epic scene, and then the whole rescue Doc and Chavez from the Lincoln County Police Sheriff's deputies, and then fighting disguised as a fake lynch mob, and then they fight the real lynch mob throughout the town, and then woof, and whole in one scene where he's got the when Billy turns himself in thinking he's gonna get a pardon, and he entertains Lou Wallace with a trick shot show. Just shoots that menorah in the candles, and woo, talk about some excellent shooting there. And oh wait, man, talk about the badassery of that one, along with his epic escape for the first time out, and of course the second time when Billy shoots Bell and Ollinger, which were also real people too, along with as Garrett's deputies. But I gotta give it old Jane Wright as Jane Greathouse. Pretty much, she knocked it out of the park in that one, and for actually in this version where she's the one that hid the gun in the outhouse, which a lot of people speculate that the phrase "got to see a man about a horse" was based on Billy the Kid's infamous escape when he shoots one deputy with a pistol, then takes the shotgun, supposedly loaded with dimes, and shoots Bob Ollinger, and the best $1.80 I ever spent line. Man, pretty much gotta say Young Guns 2 is actually better than Young Guns 1 in my opinion. I mean, excellent takes on it. Had some flaws, but like none that not gonna affect my personal rating of it. And then, I mean, how can you not like this movie? I mean, how about give this a 5 out of 5? Whereas I gave the first one a 4 just in my last review. But this one's about a 5 out of 5. I hope y'all like, subscribe, and enjoy, and I'll keep dishing them out.